Okay, so now we made it to the nested conditionals at the end of this chapter. So, congratulations. We're going to go through this. It wasn't that bad getting to this point. So, if you just found this video and you would like to follow along in the curriculum, the link is in the description and you can follow along. It's free. You don't have to register for the curriculum. So again, let's review. What have we learned so far? We've learned about if and else if and else statements and how what is true in the condition. It has to be true in order for the first block of code to execute. If condition is if it's true, it's going to execute that block and the rest of the block will not run. Also, what is a variable? How do we use those variables? What is an expression? What is a compound operator? Look it up. Make sure you understand these things. Okay, so let's get into the curriculum. Nested conditionals. We can write code with more complex branching. And remember that word branching, what that means. Behavior by combining conditionals and in particular by nesting conditionals. Let's see how this works by tackling the following problem. Write code that prints different messages based on the value of a number variable. If the number is odd, print nothing. If it is even, print even. If it is also positive, print positive. Okay? So our first attempt at a solution might look like this. All right, so we're declaring a variable and initializing it with the data type or the value 7, which is a number, which is a num variable. So we know that makes sense. It's descriptive. So if num, which is the number 7, modulus 2 strictly equal to 0. Well, we know that's not true. So this particular code will not be executed. Now, is num greater than 0? Console.log positive. That's true because 7 is a positive number. So guess what gets executed? Positive. This one doesn't get executed. Why? Because it's not true. Now we find that the output is positive, even though 7 is odd, and so nothing should be printed. This code doesn't work as desired because we only wanted to test the positivity. When we already know that the number is even, we can enable this behavior by putting the second conditional inside the first. So let's look at it now. You have the variable num, which has 7 in it, and we're asking if num is modulus 2 strictly equal to 0. That means if that's true, that means it's even, and this block of code is going to run. If num is greater than 0, console log positive. So it's telling us to run it, right? Run the previous example with several different values for the num even, odd, positive, negative to ensure that it works as desired. Nice. So let me give you a little help here. Let's go to the console and then let's copy that over, right click, paste it in. Now I can run this. And so what happened? What did we say? What was the instructions? It said up here, write code that prints different messages based on the value of the number of a number variable. If the number is odd, print nothing. So the number was odd, nothing got printed. If it is even, print even. If it is also positive, print positive. So wait a minute here. Let's think about, is that working? So we know this is not true because it's not even. It says num is greater than 0. Console log positive. It is greater than 0, but let's look at something here. We find that the output is positive, even though 7 is odd, and so nothing should be printed, because the question was, or the instruction was, write code that prints different messages based on the value of the number variable. If the number is odd, print nothing. So that worked. It didn't print anything. But what we want you to do, play around with this. Do different things. See what happens if you were to print it to make it print positive. This is how you learn. You learn by doing. The more you do, the more you improve. So don't just read through the curriculum and never try to work on the problem. This is, again, why I'm making these videos, because in the past, so many learners, they're in a rush to get through the chapters, and they don't study. They don't take the time to really understand what they're learning. I wanted to eliminate that by making these videos. I want you to understand what you're learning, so that when you are asked or given a problem to solve, you can think through the problem and solve it, and think of different use cases by checking different things. So again, we made it to the end of this chapter. We're into chapter 5. That wasn't bad. We're going to get ready to go into chapter 6 next. But again, make a comment on the videos if this video or any of these videos are helping you, because it's encouraging to continue to make more of these videos, because again, like I said, it takes effort to make them, and I appreciate it if you leave a comment so we can communicate a little bit and we could talk it out. And I appreciate each and every last one of you. So again, the more you do, the more you improve. See you in the next chapter.